Now then, YouTube, back with another one. I'm going to get straight into this and be about Abu Dhabi and, Dubai general area in question here on the map. An area I hope to never have to go to at all. I understand why people are going to these areas, but I also think they've been very foolish. Every time everybody tells me how lovely areas or Abu Dhabi or, any of these I don't know, undesirable locations is what I'd call them. But anyway, we'll get straight into it.
Entire social contract is to sell certainty in an uncertain region, and nowhere is that more true than in Dubai. That's what turned it into one of the world's fastest growing hubs for finance, trade, and tourism.
And as far as I'm aware, I think it was just randomly picked as well. I don't think there was much thought behind it. We'll put this new city here.
Dubai alone is home to more than 81,000 millionaires, a number that's been growing fast. But missiles and drones flying about is bad for marketing, and Dubai's credibility is now being tested. In a place like this, that matters perhaps more than anything else. Once that credibility starts to slip, so does the system it's built on.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you believe that if missiles were flying over the top of Monaco, people would be fleeing out of Monaco at a drastic rate as well. So, I mean, I'm not going to say I predicted this. I didn't at all. Not now being a Christian, really. I'm not meant to make predictions unless I'm a prophet, which I'm not. But just it always sounded like a bad idea going to this area of the world to me. Just greedy. That's all it was.
Since February 28th, Iran has launched more than 350 missiles and nearly 2,000 drones at the UAE, which is comparable to what has been fired at Israel so far. However, in the UAE, the reaction has been totally different. Those with means are leaving. They're booking commercial flights and private jets out of the country. Hotels are cutting prices, malls are quiet, and parts of the city are no longer moving with the same energy as before. Dubai's real estate index has fallen by roughly 30% in a matter of days. Flight schedules at Dubai International Airport have been disrupted, and shipping traffic into the UAE has begun to slow, with dozens of vessels waiting offshore near its port.
Yeah, I mean, from what I can gather as well, some of them are going through because they seem to think there is actually like a blockade across, but there's not. But obviously, any ship going through is going to risk like the Iranian forces on sort of this side or around the strait, and then USA and anybody else. They might manage to be able to rope them into their forever war on this side. And I mean, I'm sorry, Americans, but I don't think that we should be involved in any of this. To be honest. Not our clowns, not our circus. You started this war, stop dragging us into wars.
Ports. None of this amounts to a collapse. The Dubai model works. It works right up until people start asking if it still does.
The link for this video will be in the description if you want to watch it without my avatar in the way and me yammering on during it. I mean, obviously, I'm reacting to it, so I would hope that you're watching my version to get what I think in response to what I'm watching. But obviously, the link for this video will be in the description, so check it out there if you don't want me talking.
AI is shaping this decade, and tech giants are scrambling to hire the best talent. Outskill, today's sponsor, helps you stay ahead by building the skills that matter. Outskill is an AI-focused education.
I am going to let this play, just to let you know, it's his video, not mine, so I'll let his sponsor play out.
Platform built to help you actually use AI in your day-to-day work, and it's hosting a 2-day live AI Mastermind workshop this Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on both days. More than 10 million people worldwide have taken this training, earning it a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot. Normally it's a paid workshop, but I've partnered with Outskill to offer 1,000 free seats to Caspian Report viewers. In just 16 hours, you'll go from rookie to pro. The workshop brings together insights from over 100 experts from companies like Nvidia and Microsoft who have worked through the AI boom. By the end, you'll know how to build AI agents, automate workflows, connect tools like Sheets and Notion, and use AI to save hours every week.
Yeah, I mean, this probably is a good idea for a lot of people, to be honest. Maybe I should be on it as well at some point, but not yet.
You'll also get free bonuses worth $5,000, including a prompt Bible, a roadmap to monetize AI, and a personalized AI toolkit builder. And if you sign up now, you'll get access to their exclusive AI survival hackbook.
Come on, Caspian Report, how much of this video is going to be the advert?
Which is designed to keep you informed of major AI shifts. Just click the link in the description to claim your seat before it's gone. You can also join their WhatsApp group for updates.
Right.
The United Arab Emirates is not a single centralized economy. It's a federation where different regions play different roles.
See, that's something that I'm not too aware of as well. Like, this is one of the most boring areas of the world I could think of searching my own free time in terms of geopolitics. But I was not aware of this sort of almost city-states-esque aspect of it. It does make me wonder why this part is so large compared to all these parts. Is there more money in all these parts up here?
Abu Dhabi provides the foundation. It holds the vast majority of the country's oil reserves and underwrites the system with its wealth. Dubai, by contrast, built something else on top of that foundation. A system that doesn't run on oil but on movement. Capital moves through it, people move through it, goods move through it. The city's role is to connect, to facilitate, to keep things flowing efficiently. That system depends on one thing: predictability. Flights arrive on time, cargo is processed quickly, and deals are made without delay. The expectation is not just that things work, but that they work without disruptions. Over time, that expectation became the product. And as that happened, Dubai began to sell not just access, but certainty. This was a game changer. In a region often defined by instability, it positioned itself as the exception. Aviation builds on that. Emirates Airlines realized early on that roughly 2/3 of the world's population lies within an 8-hour flight of Dubai, making it an ideal connecting point. By leaning into this advantage, Dubai International Airport became a global hub where passengers from Europe, Asia, and Africa converge and move onward.
I dislike this part. I hate that when I've been looking for flights, etc., I have to go through countries I don't really want to go to. India. You know, what am I going to do though? You know what I mean? It's not as if I can just magic another country out of thin air or make one of the airports more appealing for these carriers. But I mean, sad to see Dubai up there. Skate back down. Skate back down. Let's get the world back to how it should be. Is less Muslim countries doing all this shenanigans. These Muslim countries should be Christian. I'm not going to apologize for that. That's what God wants. No, He doesn't want them to be Muslim. They are, unfortunately, they are in a funnel going to hell. That's what I think, and that's what I'll go to the grave thinking, because I was touched by the Holy Ghost. I know that Jesus was a real man. He was the Son of God. Whether these Muslims like it or not, they're not going to heaven if they keep doing this false idol worship.
The same logic applies to trade. Dubai's ports are designed for speed. Containers arrive, are processed, and leave again with minimal delay. That efficiency is what attracts companies, and it's what enabled the nearby Jebel Ali port to rank among the 10 busiest container ports globally, handling tens of millions of containers each year. Then there is the financial layer. Dubai offers a business environment where capital can move freely with relatively low taxes and fewer restrictions than many other competing hubs. That makes it attractive not just as a place to operate, but as a place to store and manage wealth. What's more, each section of the economy reinforces the other. Aviation feeds trade. Trade supports finance.
I mean, I don't know if I'm misinterpreting things here, but that's what's meant to happen. You're not meant to have like separate parts of the economy that aren't connected to each other and would hypothetically create asymmetries within your economy. They should, best as you can, try and be connected.
Finance attracts people, and people keep the system running. The whole system works because of the public's confidence. People assume that movement will remain uninterrupted, that the city will remain safe, stable, and insulated from its surroundings. That is what allows the system to function as smoothly as it does. However, in just a few weeks, Dubai's shine has been taken off. This video
It never had any shine for me, to be honest. As soon as this all started happening, I was just, I don't know, I shouldn't say this because I'm Christian now. Felt vindicated, and I was right all along. That shouldn't have been going to Dubai.
captured on February 28th was the moment people started second-guessing the Dubai dream. An
Yeah,
Iranian
And then especially when they were arrested for sharing that footage as well. I think there's like 90 Britons that are in prison, or were in prison at some point with the rockets coming down in the United Arab Emirates.
projectile struck the seafront side of the Fairmont Hotel, located on the famed Palm Islands, which is home to mega mansions and lavish hotels. In the days following, Dubai's skyline turned into a war zone. Here's another video, captured on March 8th, showing an Iranian Shahed drone flying over the city beach with a fighter jet in hot pursuit trying to shoot it down. And one more from March 11th, which shows the aftermath of a drone attack at Dubai International Airport. Attacks like these have happened almost every day. They've hit landmarks, logistics, and all kinds of civilian
Dubai being that fuck around and find out stage.
infrastructure. Since the start of the war, nearly half of Iran's missiles and drones have targeted the UAE, with many focusing on Dubai specifically. Most of the projectiles are intercepted, but some get through, and even when they don't, the effect is still felt. Their percussive booms have become part of the city's soundscape. The scale of the attacks is important, but so is the choice of target. The UAE is not a battlefield in the traditional sense, but it is deeply embedded in America's security umbrella that supports Israel.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they're in bed with the big dog in like the hotbed of violence that is the Middle East. Of course, it's going to be roped in at some point, whether they want to or not. Every single one of these.
It hosts military facilities, cooperates on intelligence, and plays a central role in regional logistics and finance. From Tehran's perspective, that makes it part of the same network. So, by launching missiles and drones at the UAE, Iran is not looking to defeat it, but is instead trying to raise the cost of the war by using the UAE as a pressure point without taking on the United States head-on. That's why missiles and drones are being used to hit infrastructure and disrupt logistics.
Yeah, I mean, this is why this has been a bit of an L for the USA at the same time. There's nothing but losers in this interaction, in my opinion. Because now USA is being made to look weak because Iran is not scared. It's taking chunks out of its allies. And when Iran comes to do things in the future, it'll have more leverage because it's not scared of the USA. The regime is obviously a lot further entrenched within Iran than what the USA would ever have anticipated, and they haven't overthrown the government quite as fast as they thought that they would. So they have, unfortunately, seem to have made a bit of an error here, and it's not one that they're going to be able to rectify anytime soon. All it's going to do is potentially just strengthen Iran. I can't see, other than losing their leader and things being a bit unstable for the intermediate period of time, unless USA does manage to like completely get rid of that regime in Iran at some point soon, rather. I don't see this going very well for the US.
Logistics. It introduces uncertainty in a place that depends on certainty. However, conflicts happen. Cities get attacked all the time. New York was hit on 9/11 and London had the 7/7 bombings. And yet, both cities absorbed the shock and kept going. But Dubai is built differently, and it's not clear whether it can continue operating as it has. A lot of that comes down to who lives there and how easily they can walk away.
Yep, of course, and all the immigration and all that. Because it's from the top down as well. It's like everybody, as far as I'm aware. It's the the rich and the millionaires are moving there, and then there's like lots of Filipinos and stuff move there to like do the low skilled jobs. And like everybody's an immigrant. Hardly any natives in Dubai, and the ones that are there, I don't think work. I think they're just essentially paid by the state just to exist. From the best, to the best of my knowledge. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that. Like I said, I don't really give flying fuck about these Gulf states or Arab countries. I have absolutely zero interest in ever going. This is doing more research than I would actually like, but
in many ways, Dubai is a new kind of city. It's fundamentally different from anything that came before. For most of history, people lived and worked in the same place, and cities formed around that basic fact. They evolved, rebuilt after disasters, and went through ups and downs, but their resiliency came from their roots. Being part of a city is more than just living on a map. It carries a sense of belonging and meaning. These identities can be messy and unequal, but they are nevertheless substantial. For many people, the city is how they
unless you're English, then you're not allowed to have that identity. Then you've got to be told that you're racist, and leaving your own city is a good thing. I mean, not that I've had to do that, but
understand who they are and where they belong. And that's also precisely what brings them back, what makes them stay and rebuild even after things fall apart.
I don't think Dubai's got that. I don't think it's got anything to make people want to go back, but maybe I'm just being negative because I don't like the sea.
Today, however, that source of identity is no longer what it once was. It's degrading. As people become more mobile and move across,
I would say not even degrading. It was never there. It was a facade. It was a facsimile. It was a fictitious identity.
Countries and between cities, they lose that sense of identity that comes from land and place. The UAE is the clearest example of this shift, Dubai in particular. Its population is overwhelmingly expatriate.
Yeah, I knew this. I've mentioned this earlier, didn't I?
With nearly 9 in 10 residents holding foreign passports. Some are professionals from Britain and America, but far more.
Yeah, I've spoke to many Brits that like love it over there. I think they're clowns, man. If you're a British person, you love it in this country. I do think you are a clown.
Are guest workers from South and Southeast Asia who keep the city running. For both groups, the connection to Dubai is often transactional rather than organic. They have no roots, no deep sense of attachment to the place they live in. Most expats who come to Dubai do so for clear reasons. They come for opportunities, higher
money. It's just greed.
Incomes, a tax-free lifestyle, the city's attractions, and maybe
greed, ego. That's all that is. Greed, ego.
The weather, and that's precisely
an ego again.
What makes it
the
work.
Weather anyway. It's a pissing desert. Why would you want to go there? Yeah, there's so much better places you can go for weather.
But it also means people are constantly running a cost-benefit analysis. Their presence depends almost entirely on that calculation. The moment the math begins to shift, the reasoning that brought them to the city starts to break down. And that's the main problem with an inorganic, transactional city like Dubai. It can grow quickly when conditions are favorable, but it can shrink just as fast when those conditions change. For now, even though tens of thousands of residents and tourists have already left Dubai, most expats are still there, which goes to show that the cost-benefit analysis still works in their favor, in spite of the hostilities. The city's vast population of
I don't know if that's true. To be honest, from what I've heard, everybody's trying to get out. Maybe some idiot trying to stay, but from what I've been led to believe, most people are not wanting to stay there.
Migrant workers, meanwhile, doesn't have that option at all. They remain, not out of attachment, but because they have no real alternative. They're bound to the same system.
What they're going to do, they're going to go back to India and Philippines and go back to eating their, their food that's made out of the remnants of what's come out of the back end of a a fast food place. I don't know. I know in the Philippines it's called Pag Pag, but I know they have something similar in India as well. And you know, there's a reason you're not meant to eat the street food in some of these countries where these workers come from.
That made Dubai work in the first place. That said, the longer the war drags on and the more projectiles hit Dubai, the more it will chip away at its transactional appeal and push investors to look for safer alternatives. Once hostilities end, the Emirati leadership will likely step up with new incentives, bailout packages, visa extensions, and whatever else it can to retain capital and keep businesses going. And many of those programs will work, which in return will ensure Dubai's survival. But survival is not the same as thriving. In the aftermath of this conflict, something more subtle will have shifted. The assumption of uninterrupted flow, of seamless movement, of absolute reliability will no longer be taken for granted. Investors will begin to factor in risks that previously did not exist, and businesses will start to diversify their exposure. Most of the capital will stay, but some will quietly look elsewhere. The Emirates will hold together, but everything will point to the same vulnerability. No city, no matter how wealthy or well connected, can fully insulate itself from geography.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's the sort of geopolitical. I mean, this is a geopolitics channel, Caspian Report. So, I mean, I would hope people watching Caspian Report would be quite aware that the sort of geography of the area would be highly important within its, for its economy and for the culture. And like, just look how close it is to Iran. And Iran, I've spoke to people in Uganda, which is like down here. Can't even see it, it's not even on this map. And even they've seen stuff in their skyline with Iran, and that's Uganda, all the way over here. Of course, United Arab Emirates and any other Western allies in this area. I mean, who else are the Western allies here anyway? Is it Kuwait, I think, and then Oman? I'm not sure Oman have much in it. If I was Iran, I'd definitely be attacking the United Arab Emirates over everybody else. I mean, Turkey would be another one to go for, but obviously Turkey have quite a big military, to be honest, and they could quite easily, be somebody that would get drawn into the war that Iran does not want to be drawn into the war. Hence why they haven't attacked them. But to the best of my knowledge, anyway. I mean, if I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments. Like I say, I haven't got my 100% attention on this stuff because I don't know. Just don't think it's very important for my life. But I thought I'd give this a go anyway. Link will be in the description. Let me know what you think of my contribution, obviously. And I'll see you in the next video, chums. See you later.